So I've been doing a lot of talk lately on the channel and some of the videos talking about how I'm going to be fishing a tournament. Well, tomorrow morning, which by the time this is posted, will be right about now, I'll be on the water fishing the tournament. And I just kind of wanted to give you guys a rundown of exactly what I've got going on here for my kayak tournament. So it's a kayak only tournament on American Lake tomorrow. It's a no limit, so it's for maximum overall length. And this is kind of my plan. So I got the Humminbird Helix 5 with the Yak Attack battery box. I've got a couple lithium Life PO4 batteries for that. I've got the arm with my transducer. Got my paddle. Got cup holder, paddle holder, and then I'm using the actual paddle holders that would be for the kayak to hold my extra 2 rods. Now I'm bringing these two. These are actually my salmon river rods. I'm going to be using those so I can switch out and flip through my crankbaits faster. So I already downsized the line and the reels that I have on them for bass fishing for tomorrow. I've got all my soft baits in my bag that I'm going to keep right here. So one issue I have is I don't have a front deck. Obviously, I have dry storage that I can't really access when I'm on the water. So that kind of sucks a little bit. But, I mean, I'm making do with what I got, you know? I plan to eventually upgrade to a kayak that's a little bit wider and has a front deck, like some of the larger ones, but I got a really good deal on this one, and it's super comfortable, and I can paddle pretty quickly. I had originally built a trolling motor mount for it out of a couple 2x12s, but for this tournament, the trade-off isn't good enough to be there, because my trolling motor that I have is really heavy, and it makes it so it's kind of sketchy to stand up on. I've got the Flambeau tackle box back here, the gear crate, yes. So up here, I've got a money bag with a bunch more soft baits in it. This is like all my Yodo worms and my stroke, or shimmer swimmers and stuff like that. I got the A-rig up here, my utility box for all my Texas rigging stuff. I've got 3 spools of extra line here so I can tie new leaders. Below that, I have another money bag, another dry bag here, full of a bunch of, well, Guggen baits for Texas rigs and stuff like that. I got the Bandito bugs, punch bug, or nuke punches in here. I've got rattling chunks in here. I've got all kinds of stuff, and I have some trench hogs. So below that, I have another dry bag with my information card for when I'm taking pictures with my catch board for the tournament. And then I have all of my tackle here. So when I get there, what the plan is because it won't be all packed like this when I get on the water. What I'll do is I'll probably take my crankbait box, I'm taking topwater, I'm taking inline spinners. That's like a big spin box too. So my crankbait box, that will go underneath my seat. My chatterbait box, that will go underneath my seat. And then where did it go? Those are my swim baits. That will stay in here. These are all of the lipless that I'm taking. Those will go underneath my seat. And then I've got my flashlights here. I've got 2 of them. I will move those probably up into the bag for the first part of the morning, depending how dark it still is when we start. But I'll move that stuff. And where is that? Yeah, this is my inline spinners. That probably will stay there. My jerkbait box. Where is that? Yeah, see, there's all my jerkbaits. So I'll move that box, my crankbait box, and my chatterbait box underneath the seat. this bigger money bag is going to go behind my seat right here. And then this is going to stay up here because I'm going to have to constantly be taking pictures with it. But if I step on it, I get it wet, doesn't matter because it's in a dry bag. And then the bag that's up here will probably stay up here most of the day. It's not super important for the moment being right there. Doesn't hurt anything for it being in there. Because that's mostly like my trailers for like my spinner baits and stuff like that. Which my spinner baits and jigs, because it's American Lake, it's a big small bass or smallmouth lake. I pre-rigged most of those into this. I call this my Jeremy Wade book. So I've got all my spinners. Most of them are pre-rigged of stuff that I'm going to use. I got some underspins in here. I got some bobber slipstops in here. Got a secret weapon in there. I don't even think you could buy that if you wanted to. I bought that a long time ago. I actually got my PB on this. Then I've got swim jigs in here. I've got finesse jigs, and then I've got finesse jig trailers in the forward back here. These are my heavier football jigs. All of them are pre-rigged already. Got some fire craw, green pumpkin going on, black and blue, and then extra like swim baits and stuff like that. So that's what's in that one. Close this up real quick. And I keep this just attached right here. I just flip it next to the seat because I'm big about spinners, so I'm in and out of this bag quite a bit. I've got my Coast Guard approved life jacket here, and then I got one of these silly little things that have my scissors on them, so my scissors are always on my chest. Somebody will probably say that's not a good idea, but I usually just tuck it right there. So if I do stab myself through the vest, it's probably not going to hurt me, nor am I really worried about it. Whistle and a fire starter because we have to have some sort of sound device. Got my flag with a light inside there, and then pole-wise back here, I've got 4 poles, 2 on the sides, and then I got my makeshift swim bait rod. Moving up here to this bag, I've got my walkie-talkie, I've got my scale, I've got my neck cover. This is full of like all of my chatterbait trailers, my spinner trailers, my jig trailers, all kinds of stuff, and stuff for my drop shot. You've seen most of what's in this bag in the videos that I've shot previously. I mean, there is some stuff in here that's not in there. Like, I got the B-Lats SMH worms here, June bug, and I've got the jig heads that match it. All my jig heads and stuff like that are in the utility box. The one with all my Texas rig. You've seen it in the other videos. I got my pliers up here. Typically, I'm gonna throw a set of pliers here because I don't have scupper plugs in. Throw this set of pliers over there because it never fails. You can never find pliers when you need them. I've also got my Neko tool in here. Yeah, I just got all of the baits, and I've got them kind of organized. These are all my elastics for my Z-Man stuff, which are typically my chatterbait trailers. Now there's random things thrown in here, kind of, because they were last minute additions, like this fluke jerk minnow. Kind of excited about that. I always carry these. I just always have since I was a kid. I've got a lot of fish on these. Because you can throw them on a jig head, you can throw them as a trailer, you can throw them weightless, you can drop shot it, you can do whatever just to be different. And these have a lot of salt, and they're the triple grub tails. So they got like the 3 extra little fingers on it. Tubes, all that stuff. But yeah, and then I got my longer stuff over here. Like my, these are the new blazing worms. Got those, got 3 colors. I got paddle tails, shimmer swimmers, all kinds of good stuff. I've got a rope just in case I get hurt, I have to be towed, whatever. I actually have an extra carabiner that I set down somewhere here that I'm going to attach to the rope and then pre-attach it to the front of the boat in case I have to throw it or somebody has to grab it, pull me back to shore. It's not required, but I thought it was kind of a good idea. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I just got to pack my cooler and get everything else ready. Some of the things that I already have pre-rigged on my rods here are, I've got a perch jerkbait. I had some luck a couple weeks back with this on that lake. I actually caught the biggest rainbow I've ever caught, probably. He was wider than the whole kayak, and I netted him, but I had my collapsible net before I got that nice net, and majority of these hooks got stuck in that net, and I just wanted to put the fish back in the water so nothing happened to him and he survived. And I forgot to take any pictures or anything like that. The worst part was I was even wearing my GoPro and I didn't turn it on. But this is 6 scale Aklios, and then I've got a Shimano SLX MGL on it. Running 12-pound fluoro on this, just straight fluoro, not running any braid behind it. This was my typical pole that I was going to throw spinning on, but I didn't have a great option for throwing a drop shot because my other pole just, it wasn't up to the task that I wanted it to be, and I didn't want to keep having to retie and re-rig everything. So it's Okuma Rtx on the Guggen Gold Finesse with 8-pound fluoro, and then I've got the Smalley Smasher drop shot. Tomorrow I'll put the weight on. I don't want it to get tangled up and fall off, whatever. So I'll pre-rig that before I get on. As I said before, I plan on using both of these for deep diving cranks because I can just chuck those about 3 miles. And then I've got Shimano SLX DC over here. I'm running 15-pound fluorocarbon. I'm using P-line. And then behind that is Suffix 832 30-pound braid. I tied them together. I'm not even gonna joke. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not good at FG nuts, so I use the GT nut. Casts fine. I can roll cast this, I can pitch it, I can do anything I want. Perfectly fine with the GT nut because small diameter lines. And that's on a Guggen go-to rod, the green. It's actually not bad. I bought the Gold Finesse first because I wanted a new trout rod, and I liked it a bunch because it's actually a really, really good rod for the money. So I bought the Guggen go-to. This rod's pretty great. I like it quite a bit. I do need to get a heavier rod because this is medium heavy fast, but I'm pitching I think it's a 5/8 ounce, maybe a 3/4 ounce football head. I'm gonna get rid of the swivel later. When I get there, just retie it really quick, but I just wanted to be able to take it off and put it on and whatever. This pole actually I got from my dad, but I'm gonna use it in the tournament tomorrow to kind of break the stank off of it being new. This is also a 6 scale. This is 6 scale Cypress. It's a medium fast rod, but it feels a lot like it's more of it's a heavy medium. It's still a fast. It's a great rod. It's just a lot stiffer than my medium fast Guggen. Okuma Rtx. This one's got 12-pound fluoro on it, and I'm going to be using this mostly for my big spinners like this one. This spinner's actually older than I am. All black with the copper Colorado blade all hammered out. I really, really like this spinner. I definitely know you can't buy that no more. I don't even know what brand this one is. Once again, I'm going to ditch the swivel tomorrow, most likely. I might throw it for a little bit with the swivel on it because it doesn't really matter. It's not like I have to feel it to set the hook. as much. So that's what I got going on there. And then both of the side poles, that one's 8.6, this one is 9 foot. They're both Okuma Guide Selects. That is a Fluger President XT, so it's got a higher gear ratio. Once again, 12-pound fluoro. It's the P line to the 832 30-pound suffix with a GT nut. And this pole and the other pole, which has a Shimano SLX 150 on it, also with 12-pound. It's just, no, that one is. So that one's also got 832 to the P line, 12-pound P line. But yeah, I want to get everything laid out here, make sure I had everything ready to go. I just have to grab my batteries for my depth finder, pack everything up, and strap it all down, and wake up by 3 o'clock tomorrow morning to be on the water. Oh, I guess I should talk about my sad broken swim bait rod. Anyway, so this was my first Guggen finesse rod, but for whatever reason, like, I used it for maybe an hour, and then the tip broke, like the first 8 inches or so. So this is like a 6'3", 6'4" foot rod. However, I put Okuma CMR on it. I'm running straight 30-pound 832 braid, and I can throw swim baits on this thing. I can throw my umbrella rig on this thing, and it casts really, really well. The only downside to it is the tip is a little bit funky. It has plenty of backbone, but it doesn't have a whole lot of sensitivity, so it's not an ideal choice. But I haven't bought a new swim bait rod yet, so I mean, it works for now. Also, this is a Savage Gear 8-inch. I think this is a regular trout. This isn't the ghost trout. They do stock trout in this lake that I'm going to, so I'm gonna see if I can throw this off some points, see if I can get anything big to bite on it. I keep the trailer hook on it because smallmouth, I might get into a largemouth, but I mean, I probably won't spend very much time at all tomorrow throwing this, to be completely honest. And if I do, I'm not going to probably throw it for very long before I switch to something like a baby bull shad or one of my other swim baits. And then I've got this collapsible net with the wonderful rubber mesh, so I don't have hook problems like I did. Plus, I found this for a great deal at Cabela's. It was on sale for 25 bucks. And it's like a 4-foot net. It's not very heavy. It's collapsible. It's a nice net for the money. But this is it. This is the plan. Get everything all laid out, and then tomorrow when I get there, set everything up, and see how it goes. So you guys will be getting this video about the same time that the tournament is going to be starting. I think I'm going to drop this video probably 7 a.m. So yeah, when this goes live, I'll be on the water. I just hoping this goes well, because it's a lake I haven't really got to fish very much, so we'll see how it goes. I definitely want to do more of these tournaments, and if you guys like it, I'll figure out some way to get a ram ball mount, because I have extra ram mounts, and mount an arm up over here so you can get like a view, so you're not always stuck on my chest, and I don't have to hold you guys. But yeah, this is it. Get ready to go. And if you guys are all excited about this, I'll be dropping a video, hopefully with highlights and lots of good big fish on it. But I gotta get all this stuff packed up. It's starting to get pretty late here. So I'll see you guys in the morning. See ya.